Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to a Monday where I'm not sick. That's right, I managed to only be sick for a single day last week. And beyond that, we've been so good. How are you guys? Hopefully no one over there is sick. I heard Hannah plays D&D, got con crud somehow before PAX. She was like, yeah, I beat all you guys. So that was fun. But it is kind of cold and flu season. I hope you all are doing okay. If you're not, then great, cuddle up, come hang out. We're gonna be playing some Gamedel here to start off, and then we're gonna hop over into probably some Raft. Honestly, I've been feeling Raft lately. I don't know why. I just need like a mindless game so I can chat to you guys, answer questions, things like that. DVCU has resubbed, saying that you've been at this for a while now, having been subscribed for, Jesus, 30 months at tier 1. 12 Plays also subscribed to Prime. John Sawatsky, hi, and Lukage saying, oh no, she's addicted to Gamedel. It's not my fault, okay? It was recommended to me. You guys were there. Also, I forgot to get the TikTok stream set up. Let me go live for everyone over on TikTok. Hold on, let's do this. Aha. There we go. TikTok has been absolute garbage, by the way, lately. Total dog shit. I had 10 ads in a row on that godforsaken app the other day. It was so bad. It was real awful. But luckily, we don't have to deal with it too much. Shift this over because my overlay also looks weird. And let me get our new subscribers up on the board. Oh my god, there's so many of you guys. Also, Lukage had to hydrate straight out the bat. I also added some, this is not disgusting water, it's normal water that I added lemon juice to because I had so much fucking lemon juice left over from the charity streams. Ugh, exact approach says I'm only here for the ads. Let's see. Okay, so first up, on the board of Champions of Game and Sea, because I figured that was what I would call you guys today. I had no better ideas. We have Lukage. 86, who has subscribed. Oh my gosh. Hey, Michael E. Hatch is here on a 30th stream in a row. Welcome in, Michael. Great to see you. Jason Awatsky. Hello. Jason is it TZ? Wait, hold on. KY. Nailed it. We also have 12 Poulet who's back. Here we go. And then is it _21? It is. I'll memorize these one of these days. We started a hype train as well while I wasn't looking, and then DBCU resubbed, who, here we go, will be at PAX as well. If anyone else is going to be at PAX, give a shout. Cray Hack resubbed with Prime. Hello. Great to see you, Cray Hack. Welcome back. And I think I've caught up. Cashel also wants me to hydrate, which I can absolutely do. Also, Krayak says, Diana, don't worry about TikTok. Apparently Vine is coming back with 0 AI from the old Twitter team. Ooh, okay. I trust the old Twitter team. I don't trust the new Twitter team. But, oh my gosh, hi! Holy shit, wait, Noah's here, cheering 100 bits saying Diana episode 4 is out. The miniseries is a wrap and it's a hit. The people love you. Oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I was a guest star on Forgotten Paths. The, essentially it's like a D&D actual play podcast, but they were doing a miniseries that was a spin-off of the main campaign that they did where I was showing up for a little bit, and then we decided to do a miniseries with me and Sachi, and of course the amazing Noah playing the most horrifying and also amazing NPCs ever. Noah says, star is accurate, extended guest star. Oh, yay! It's an honor. Also, I don't know why my frame rate is so bad. That's not the worst. It's okay, I can deal with it. It's not that bad. I need to go through and like fully reset all my camera settings at some point here soon. Maybe over the holiday. I keep saying over the holidays as if the holidays don't get busier for me. I don't take days off. What do you mean? HT also wants me to hydrate. Let's see. Doskius says this game almost reminds me of Jagged Alliance, your pre-stream image. Jagged Alliance, I've never heard of it. But Maddie, hi! Guys, everyone say hi to Maddie, Madaloon, saying, oh my god, my wife on the live show. We played Peak last night, because Chains of Asmodeus was delayed just due to the fact that Hannah's sick, and then I think a couple other folks weren't able to make it. So we didn't have it yesterday, we will have it again. Oh no, because PAX is next week, so Hannah and I will both be gone. We'll figure it out. Either way, in place of that, we went and checked out Roots, the new, like update that they just did, and it's so fun. It's so confusing. It's the first time I've had to Google shit about Peak, but it's been fun. Exact Approach, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. Amazing username, by the way. Exact Approach, thank you so much. Also, Noah, I assume you're coming to PAX as well, right? This week, yes. Right, I meant next weekend, but technically this weekend, fuck me, dude. I haven't even packed. I've been seeing so many people on my For You page packing and saying, like, on threads that they're fully ready to go and that they've got all their outfits sorted, and I'm over here like, y'all, we don't fly out for 3 days. The fuck are you packing? I can't pack anything until, like, the night before, otherwise I have to just unpack it all in order to do fucking skincare and shit like that. Viper also wants me to hydrate. And Noah says, frame rate looks good here. Also, I just got your TikTok about false hydras on my For You page. Yeah! Oh my god, wait! Noah says wife and Finn will also be at PAX. You're fucking kidding. No way, really? Oh my god, I get to meet Finn in person? The one and only Finn? Holy fuck. Holy shit. Dude, you're getting him started early on the nerd culture. That's amazing. Oh my god. I'm excited to see you, dude. Hell yeah. And Daydreamer is on a 10th stream in a row saying finally got to this point. Hell yeah. And Shelly is here, who is also gonna be at PAX running some amazing events from what I understand, saying I haven't packed, so don't worry. Hell yeah. You and me both. Rosidian says, if y'all ever go paintballing, remember to wear proper protection. I now have a giant bruise on my leg. Oh, is it like one of those fluorescent ones? The ones that have like the bullseye effect where they're all striped on the outside and shit like that? Because that ain't good. But Noah says, oh, absolutely. Little dude needs to get immersed. Yeah. Have you done the Pokemon thing with him yet, or is he not old enough? Also, Maddie says, God, fuck, I want to be there so bad. You should. Next year, Thanksgiving, if they do it in November again next year, which I don't know if they will. They don't announce it usually until afterwards. Noah said it's coming. Okay, I saw the cutest video of someone doing that with their kid the other day, and I almost sent it to you. I don't know if you guys know this, because there aren't a lot of parents in my chat, because audiences tend to mimic their content creators that they follow, and I'm sure as fuck not having a kid. But there's this thing that people do with their kids in nerd culture, where they'll take a child that is like walking or crawling or whatever. I don't know how old that is. I don't know kid years. I know dog years. I don't know kid years. So however old that kid is, they take it, they put it in a hallway. I keep saying it, ignore that. They put it in a hallway, and then they set up a Charmander, a Bulbasaur, a Squirtle, and then a Pikachu plush, just like in a row, equidistant from the kid. And then the kid goes over and like crawls up to one, and then chooses a starter, essentially. And then that becomes like their type for the rest of their kid's existence. I mean, at least for the parents, it's entertaining, right? Although I saw someone who did a video of it once, and they were like, I thought my kid was gonna choose Bulbasaur. It would have been his first day as a trainer and his last day as my kid. So some people have opinions. Jordan says babies are it. Yeah, them, I don't know. But Noah says you should absolutely send those to me. I'm editing a Pokemon short right now. Oh, fuck yeah, hell yeah. And then, dude, did I show you guys I have a Sceptile plushie? I don't know if I showed you. Oh, I'll show you later. I'll go get him. He's my boy. Sceptile is criminally underrated and criminally underrepresented when it comes to Pokemon, like stuffies and like merch and things like that. But I found a couple at TwitchCon. And so I got a little Sceptile, and I got a little Sceptile charm from a grab bag, like a mystery bag, and I was so happy. Maddie says, if you ever have friends with kids, set up commanders and get them to choose that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can you imagine your fucking child going up and choosing goddamn Ulalek as their chosen commander for Magic the Gathering? That would be horrifying. The kid would be on a list. Or Massacre Girl. Let's see. HT says, I love Altaria myself. Altaria is so cute! And then Lucas says, bring out the Axolotl plush so it can take its revenge. Okay, so I didn't want to burst your guys' bubble. But that's not an Axolotl. Hold on. Give me a quick sec. I'll be right back. So this is actually meant to be a dragon. But you guys made so many axolotl related memes that I didn't want to ruin your fun times. But this is Riersa. Noah says Finn would absolutely choose Phage. I don't know Phage. Is that good or bad? Is that destructive? But yeah, it's got horns, it's got a tail and whatnot. It's fucking huge. It takes up like, I'm glad I have a king size bed. Let me put it that way. It takes up a lot of fucking space. But this is what was abused in that one skit that I did. Phage is classic. Wait, hold on. Yeah, go over there. Let me get, because I have we have the technology. Phage MTG. Oh, have I seen this before? I think I've seen this before. It's Avatar. Jesus fuck, this is an expensive card. Oh man. Oh shit, she's got a cool fucking secret lair there. Ooh. If you didn't cast a remain, lose again. Jesus fuck. Whenever she deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature, it can be generated. What the fuck? Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. Really? How much is this card worth? Wait, no, it just says I lost a game of Commander with that card. She was in my deck. Also, no, it says she's the reincarnation of Kamal, Fist of Krosa's sister. You know so much more lore than I do. Also, Cashel said I lost the game, damn it, Dana. Oh shit, sorry. And Shelly says I want that secret lair. I feel like Wizards have been guessing, hinting at a new secret lair, and I don't know what it is. Noah says I got lore heavy. Dude, you're who I wish I was. I wish I got into Magic the Gathering lore. I feel like I got into it too late, but the flavor text does a decent amount for teaching. I don't know, it's like that thing where I refused to play Skyrim until I understood all of the lore and could read all the books and understand the timelines and the context of it. I want to do the same thing for Magic, where I can read the flavor text and be like, oh my god, this is so a conversation that Jace would have with Braska or whatever the fuck. Luigi says, where's the video of the guy playing Unglued and drawing a phage from a booster pack? What? Is that a thing? Because can you actually play with the decks? The series, whatever you call them? Also, DBC said Monster Hunter is the next secret lair. Oh, really? Wait, how do you know? Should I sign up for their emails? Secret lair. Did they announce it today? I feel like I saw like some teaser, but I didn't see anything on the site when I looked. But I was also looking on mobile, which tends to not work great for me. Oh god, there's the Furby ones. Let's see. Hello, Lake. Hello. Welcome in for the first time. And DBC said, so if your friends are cool, you can rent Earl of the Squirrel. Earl of Squirrel. This is so new for me. Also, Noah says, I'm gonna send you a lore book list for all the reading time you have. They have books? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. There's like a billion Forgotten Realms books. I can't imagine how much they can do with a multiverse. But Voltwiller says, did you ever finish Oblivion Remastered? I have not. I forget why I stopped. Fucking time. I was just spending so much time reading lore is what happened. Noah says they have books. So many books. They're so good. Oh, okay. Oh, also, Galactic Star says, hello. As soon as I joined, I got an ad for the second Wicked movie. Didn't realize that they released it. Oh, God, I am so far. The most information that I know about the second Wicked movie is the fact that they had those crazy, like, good, like the good and evil, the pink and green martinis, or margaritas, I think it was, at Chili's. Mind you, I live in Oregon. We don't have Chili's in Oregon. It's just not a thing here. So I just had to look on in jealousy while people got absolutely trashed and had the worst hangovers in the world the next day because they were super sweet. Wait, no, it says the Kamigawa ones actually kind of suck, but the rest rock. Oh, but the Kamigawa, like, vibes were so cool. The art was fucking sick. Dude, also, DBC said no Chili's in Oregon. Criminal. I know. Yeah, they gotta do something with all the old, like, shut down Sherry's restaurants. And my vote is Chili's. It's the exact same roof shape. It's iconic. Cashcat said back in the 90s, I read the MTG book series of Urza and Mishra. You guys are making me jealous. Lore is like, you can't dangle lore in front of me like this. Is there an abridged version? Can I read like comics or something on a plane for the sake of time? Because I don't have the time. I still gotta get through all the entire book series that someone sent me the other day. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, wait. HD says, does Oregon have Red Robin? It does. We have Red Robin and Red Lobster. We have both genders of red. Now it's just as time for Diana to get to D&D MTG books. I think you guys overestimate how much shelf space I have. My office is overflowing right now, and I have the teeniest of 2-bedroom apartments, one bedroom of which is my bedroom, the other is this office, and the office is full. It's also my makeup room, it's my work desk, my streaming desk. It's like, I have no more space. I could add more shelves, I guess, but I don't know. Then the books have to look pretty. Noah says, what a good room. Yeah, it's gonna get transformed here in a sec. I gotta turn it into like a little mini set for some videos I'm doing. Jordan says Oregon needs to get better at crappy chain restaurants. We do. Also, allegedly Macy, thank you so much for the resub. Hi, for 3 months at tier 1 saying, hi Diana, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. Completely got over whatever sneezing illness I had yesterday. Or not yesterday, last time we streamed, which was last week? Wednesday, I think? Allegedly Macy. Which means I had to cancel last week's Thursday stream. I feel like I'm talking in circles. I swear it makes sense. And then also, Isaac says Red Robin has fallen off the wayside in the last decade. Has it? I mean, it's also turned into like such a kids restaurant. At least it is here in Bend. We have one in what we call the Old Mill District, which is like the closest thing we have to a mall that's not yet dying. And it's like one of those outdoor ones, right? And DVC said gotta make stacks like it's a used bookstore. That's not my aesthetic though. Unless I then pile plants on top of them and the plants like waterfall down the books, but then the books become useless because they're either gonna get waterlogged by me overpouring water, which has happened so many times that they've destroyed a decent amount of my tarot card sets and like games that I have up on shelves with plants, or Noah says, Diana, professional streamer, podcaster, TikToker, performer, etc., etc., starts replying to chat and immediately turns away from her mic. Just wait until I get back into the phase I had, where I would just leave the room and then yell from down my hallway at the audience. That was a decent amount of my time. I also need to work on this mic too. It's like the mic, the camera, and at least half of my UBS? My UPS overlays. No, my OBS overlays, where I have to like just reset everything with the new knowledge that I have as a creator that I didn't when I first set all this shit up 3 years ago. Also, Pastelbox, hi, hello. And then Cash Cow said you would tell someone to watch chat. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, someone, such and such, make sure chat doesn't burn down while I'm gone. And then I would just have a chair stream going while I wandered off to my kitchen and grabbed something. Lucas says chat has been craving the Red Robin Strawberry Lemonade. Dude, they had the best root beer floats. Do you know anywhere nowadays that will actually have a root beer float on their menu? A bottomless root beer float? Ugh, so fucking good. That's like the only time I would go to a restaurant in my old ass age, my 26-year-old self, and then not get an alcoholic beverage, as I would go just for the bottomless root beer floats. But Pastelbox says, played any Magic recently? Yeah, I'm actually currently in the process of building, and I mean currently in the process is in like stayed up till 1 a.m. on Mana Box trying to figure this out. I was gonna get a Wilhelm? What is it called? Rot Cleaver is his name. Wilhelt, not Wilhelm. I was gonna get this guy, and my friendly local game store doesn't have him. He's sold out, but they do have the secret layer drop for 14 bucks. Part of me was like, it's a $7 card. I don't know if I want a $14 secret layer just for the sake of having it before PAX Unplugged. So I figured I'll build the rest of the deck and then go to PAX U and then see if anyone there has the actual commander. And then I'll just pray that the deck works once I buy it and slip it in. Isaac says bottomless root beer float. Hell yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. This is turning into an ad for Red Robin, but I swear they have bottomless root beer floats, bottomless lemonades of various kinds, including like the strawberry freckled one. Yeah. Bottomlessly yours. Oh no, that's not what who's this guy? And why are his teeth so good? I meant to look at the menu. There we go. Greatest gourmet burgers. I don't know about that, but their beverages are really good. So they have, fizzy sodas. The root beer float. Yeah. Ugh. Top tier. And at least last time I checked, it was bottomless. So, I don't know. Shelly says, let me look at my cards. I might have it since I bought a bunch of zombie cards recently. Dude, if you have it, that'd be pretty. It's very popular. I think it's the #1 zombie commander outside of Grim Bryn, I think it is. Yeah, this guy. Which I didn't like him as much. I absolutely love like kindred decks. I have human, like I call it Goody Two Shoes Coven because it's just Kyler, Sigardian Emissary, switched out from, fuck me, what is it, Lenore, Autumn Sovereign. So I took the precon and then shoved a bunch more humans and counter shit into it, so it's just counters. And then I have an elf one, fuck else. Oh my God, Cash Cow said, Diana, have you a question on YouTube? That's what I forgot to put up, is my multi-chat from YouTube. Hi. Oh my gosh, hello, YouTube folks. I forgot to say hello to you. You are in fact here, and I'm doing my best to pay attention to you. Galactustar is here. Also, RM Gamer Nerd says, haven't joined stream in a minute, and we still get a food review stream, I guess. Shit, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Let me scroll up and see if I can find a question. Let's see, these are all YouTube chats. Hey, oh yeah, After Hours Arcade says, hey Diana, me and my friends want to play a D&D campaign, but we're all long distance. How do we do that? Also, I'm the forever DM. Okay, so Discord is your best friend. That's how I run all my games. I would also recommend using some sort of app such as even just YouTube. You can have YouTube and share your screen if you want to have ambiance. So you can quite literally go over to YouTube and Google like, you know, dungeon ambiance or fantasy fight music or the soundtrack to some video game and put it on loop, because YouTube has options to loop things if you know the right like things to input in the URL. One other thing you can do is you can use for your virtual tabletop a couple of different things. There's Foundry, which is in my opinion the hardest possible one to learn. It's not, you have to use a lot of mods and a lot of like plugins to make it look good. So it's not my personal favorite. But once you get it going and once you know how to use it, you can do some crazy shit. You can have animated tokens, you can have pop-up music that's just a YouTube player, picture-in-picture in the corner, so you can share your music with your players and all that. Noah says Foundry is insane. Foundry is insane, and I never want to learn how to use it, but I have mad respect for people who can. It also does cost money to use some of the plugins, though. So I have a friend, my GM for Curse of Strahd, who invested like hundreds of dollars in getting her Curse of Strahd games to look good, especially because she plays on Start Playing. So she like makes money off of it. So it's a business expense and all that. But let's see. Other than that, I personally use Tailspire. Tailspire is it's not trying to be a video game like a lot of other VTTs are, and it's not two-dimensional. So it's not like a flat surface the same way that Roll20 and Foundry are, where you just move two-dimensional tokens around on a grid. Instead, it's 3 dimensions, but it's not doing the same thing that one... fuck me, what was like the 3D one that starts with an S that D&D tried to do? Oh, that they're now like kind of slowly down-ramping. I can't remember the name. I swear it started with an S. Anyway... that like 3D one that they started to work on and then kind of dropped off over time, that Sigil, that's it. Yeah, thank you. So it's not like trying to be a video game. Instead, it's like trying to replicate the 3-dimensionality of dungeon tiles and like minifigures and things like that. Tailspire also has this thing where you can buy it and then you can give a discount to anyone who's one of your players, or what I do personally to get around paying for it for my players is I just do it on my screen and then share my screen and have my players tell me where they want to move their characters. It's gorgeous, it's so much fun. It's my personal favorite. That's actually why I haven't done ads for VTTs before. It's because it's like the one thing that I'm so deadly loyal to that I refuse to even consider promoting anything else, because it wouldn't be me, you know. What else? Yeah, someone said Owlbear Rodeo. That's a really big one nowadays. I think it's still in development though, right? Or they're slowly coming out with new features. Roll20 is really popular, of course, for 2-dimensional stuff, and there's a lot of assets available, and you can import stuff from, I believe, like purchased packages, so you can get all the tokens and stuff that you need. I'm pretty sure officially, in like an official capacity. Don't quote me on that. Kachko said, and share bugs. And share bugs. My problem with Roll20 is that it's really fucking hard on my computer, and I don't know why. It's unnecessarily hard, and so I can't really run it that well. It also hates the fact that, my like dark mode thing on Chrome, my plugin that makes everything dark mode, it hates it. It refuses to run with it, which means I have to singe my eyes in order to play Dungeons and Dragons. And I will do a lot of things to play Dungeons and Dragons, but my eyes have gone through enough. If you know, you know. So, Board Hero says, are we talking VTTs? We are! And then Shelly says, and you can make your token for them on Hero Forge and import it over. That's a really big one too. Hero Forge is amazing. Oh my gosh. I love them to death. That's honestly like where I do a lot of my character just concepts, even if I'm not using the actual token or using the actual miniature or buying it off of Hero Forge after making it. It's still a good way to visualize your character in a way that doesn't use AI to fucking make it. So it's a lot of fun. Strange Matrix says, I've done so many Hero Forge commissions. Yeah, they're fun. And Galactic Star says, is it weird that my friend and I use Minecraft for D&D? Well, technically it's factions. That's a very good move too. I honestly don't have the time investment to do Minecraft, but it's absolutely, I'm shocked it's not more popular. I've also known people to use like Legos for their in-person games and their in-person sets, so I'm kind of surprised that like the transfer of that same concept over into Minecraft for virtual is not a thing. Nano over on YouTube, it says, my goodness, Diana, live stream? Do you go to live regularly? I do, and I love it whenever people are shocked that I do it, because I've been doing it for like 30 months now. But yes, I am a streamer. I stream 3 times a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 o'clock to 6:30 Pacific. TBD, if I'm gonna stream this Wednesday, I probably will, but I always say that, and then I always cancel last minute due to the fact that I'm packing for PAX Pass Unplugged. So, yeah. Oh! Can I show you guys something? I have new things. Also, Noah says, by the way, related, I have cash for you. Also, Hero Forge technically sponsored our miniseries. Yeah! Wait, you have cash for me? Wait, message me somewhere else, because, like, I don't remember. I'm glad that one of us keeps track of it. You also owe me a contract. That's the only thing I think about when it comes to, if I can, I don't know. If it goes back into that or something, that's even easier, but I know it's 2 separate entities, so. What I was gonna show you guys. Noah says, I do. Yeah. And Rima says, first stream caught at my new house. Hey, moved to the home of the Tombstone Frozen Pizza. The what? Is that 3 related descriptions? Wait, the Tombstone Frozen Pizza. Is it shaped like a tombstone? Is it a pizza that's so horrifically frozen and freezer burns that you could use it as a tombstone? Because if so, I've got some ideas. But Tombstone brand? Is this a thing? Tombstone brand pizza. Oh, this is a wild name for a pizza company. They have French fry. What the fuck? French fry style crust pizza with chili cheese, made with real cheese. Is it? It actually kind of looks good. This is fascinating. A tavern style? Ooh. Oh, I am 100% putting pizza in my next tavern. Holy shit. Strange Picture says, does Oregon not have Tombstone? I don't know. Where's it based out of? Hold on. The official Tombstone pizza. Our story, FAQ. Wait, it's a product of fucking Switzerland? What? Okay, well, we have it in Kansas. And this is totally new to me. We have like Red Baron and stuff. It started in Wisconsin. Ah, that tracks. To be fair, I'd trust a Wisconsin pizza over an Oregon. I'd trust any pizza over an Oregonian pizza any day. We don't do pizza all that well. I mean, I'm sure someone does, but I don't know. Galactic Star says we kind of make our own stories as we're following the faction's rules. Like my character's named Adrian Starborn, who had gotten infected with the disease and was turned into a robot. Oh my god, a disease that turns you into a robot is a crazy concept. I kind of love that. I'm seeing people on YouTube who are mentioning that they also use Minecraft. Oh my gosh, and Clay says Tombstone is fire, but Barron's is better, in my opinion. Oh, gotcha. Lucas says Oregon cheese isn't bad, but yes, Wisconsin supremacy. So we have the Tillamook Cheese Factory out here in Oregon, and I haven't been there since they renovated, but it's like a fully free activity. You can go to Tillamook, Oregon, which is over by the coast somewhere. A little bit of a drive, but not too bad, and you can tour the Tillamook factory for free, including getting like little samples of cheese, ice cream, things like that. It's super cool. I really want to go back. Also, Pastel Box says, have you tried using such and such for building and testing your decks? I actually can't see that, so I have no idea what it was, but I think so. Maybe? I've only ever used Mana Box, to be honest, which I know I need to start porting it over into Architect and things like that so I can play against people like Batty, you know, so I gotta try and do that. Moxfield. Oh, I really haven't. Is this... Because people have mentioned in the past. The MTG deck builder. Yes. But what... Okay, you can search decks. Commander/EDH, Modern, Standard, Pioneer, Legacy. What's the actual difference between Modern, Standard, Pioneer, and Legacy if they're all 60 cards? Like, what are the... Hold on. I just trust you guys. Also, Moxfield doesn't have a batch select outside of text import, and that is a travesty, says DBCU. That's why Architect is all the way. Oh, okay. Also, Strange Miniatures says it's funny because we did homemade pizzas tonight. Hey, nice timing. Also, Pastel Box says just the cards that it can use. Oh, and different eras of cards that are legal, says Jucinio. And same with Internet. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Also, Landon says, did you see the Game Awards nominations? Shit, wait, no, I'm going to the Game Awards. We should talk about this. Hold on, fuck whatever I was gonna do. None of that matters. We should talk about the Game Awards. Oh my god. Hold on, the Game Awards. We gotta look at these, because this just got announced, what, today, right? Oh, man. Claire Obscure, of course, I imagine, was in for Game of the Year. There's no fucking shot it wasn't. Let me do this real fast, because my screen is a little bit... Oh, it's taking forever to load. Hold on a sec. Let me close my tabs about root beer floats. The Game Awards site is also not super friendly, so give me a quick sec. Nano says, I might be playing my first game of Magic this week. I have a Twisted Reality pack that I bought years ago and never used. I've never heard of it. Oh my gosh, also Luca just requesting a poll from our mods, saying what are the top frozen pizza brands? There's DiGiorno, Red Baron, Totino's, Toasties, or California Pizza Kitchen. California Pizza Kitchen actually has frozen pizza? Is it good? I don't know. Anyway, Game Awards. Here we are. December 11th, Peacock Theater. Yep. I will be there. So, nominees. Unable to load nominees. I guess I'll just go fuck myself. Can I at least look at the categories? HG says Claire Obscure was robbed at the Grammys. Oh, I know. Is there a Grammys category for soundtracks? For like game soundtracks specifically? Or is it just like... The site might be overloaded. Oh my god, this is... Okay, meet the Innovation and Accessibility nominees. Okay, but where's the full list? It's not gonna let me do it, huh? Shit. Okay, well, rough. Hey, Wheezy Wyvern says, hey Diana, happy I could catch you live. Hi! And then Improv GM says I didn't play Unable to Load nominees. Apparently it's up for all of the categories. So there's that. Exact Approach says Costco for frozen pizza, y'all. Kirkland signature hits every time. Dude, Costco pizza in general Oh, also Landon says it banned me and my friends when we went to vote. Oh no, the website is dying right now? And then Expedition 33 got nominated for 12 awards. Oh shit, okay. Ooh. HC also says Wikipedia might have the categories. Yeah, let's look at that. Game Awards 2025 nominees. Let's see. Winners and nominees. Okay, let's look at Scream Rant, because that's gotta be at least a little bit, yeah, less aggressively broken. Here we go. Let me adjust this for those watching on TikTok real fast. Viper says pizza all in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Oh my god, I've never had a pizza bagel. But it sounds like it sounds like God's gift to people who love gluten. To be honest, I would absolutely kill for one. Oh man. Okay, wait. Let me do some adjusting real fast on my gaming, Firefox. Okay, there we go. And then just for the YouTube folks, make sure you can see it. Astro says big gluten fan. It just wasn't something that I grew up with, honestly. Also, Lucas says, chat, I'm judging you if you vote for DiGiorno. Goodness. Okay. Game of the year. Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding 2? Did people actually play Death Stranding 2? Was it better than the first one? Because I know people complain about the first one being a walking simulator, but also if it's like art and it was intended to be a walking simulator, then that counts. That's fine. Also, we had some more subscribers. Iron Joker 102, thank you so much for being here. Let me see, Joker 102, I've added you to the board. Same with Fort Hero X. Hi. Hero X. Perfect. Noah says DS2 was fun. Does it build on the lore more? Because I was so confused about the lore the first time that I saw someone play it. Granted, I was also watching someone play it, and I was so distracted by the blatant monster ads that I was like not super into it. I couldn't get into it, I guess. It does, it's a trip. Okay, good. And HG says, I voted for CPK, but my heart goes to private selection. For CPK? Oh, the California Pizza Kitchen. I couldn't tell if we were talking about games or pizza again. But let's see. So Donkey Kong Bonanza. I've heard really good things about it. Hades 2, solid, solid. Silk Song, of course, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a very good call. Very solid call. Best game direction, Clair Obscur again, Death Stranding 2 again, Ghosts of Yote. Interesting. Hades 2 and Split Fiction. I wonder how... Split Fiction is a solid... I forgot it came... I could have sworn it came out last year, honestly. Also, no, it says if you don't vote for Expedition 33, you're dead to me. I haven't finished it yet. I don't know. I'm not good at those types of games. Best performance, Ben Starr, Charlie Cox. Oh my god, 3 of these, Jennifer English, are all for Clair Obscur. Erika Ishii for Ghost of Yote, Konoshu Kato for Silent Hill F, and Troy Baker for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Huh. Final Fantasy XIV is for best ongoing game, same with Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, or No Man's Sky. Interesting. I feel like Marvel Rivals has to take over, right? But also Fortnite is such a fucking huge game. I don't know. Hey, Spinosaur. And Improv GM says, Dispatch jumped to the top of my list this year, but it may have been released too late. Yeah, that tracks. I actually haven't played Dispatch at all. I don't know anything about it. I've been trying to stay blind to it, so if I have a chance to play it just privately, I will. Or you can play it on stream, I don't care. And Jira says, just got here, what are we chatting about? We're talking about the game of the Game Awards, actually. Best mobile game. This is where I really don't know anything about mobile games, to be honest, but I'm glad that it's a category. Best art direction, Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silk Song. Classic list. Best score and music. Oh shit. Silk Song, Hades 2, Clair Obscur, Ghost of Yote, and Death Stranding 2. This is just the same thing in a different font, but you know what? I'm here for it. Noah says, Erika Ishii's the go, but I can't support a studio that fires employees for speaking up against fascism. Is that what happened? Oh shit, I heard nothing about this. Also PGH Tom, welcome back for your 10th stream in a row. Damn. That must suck. Poor girl. Or poor person. I guess I don't know their pronouns. Battlefield 6, Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, and Ghost of Yote and Silent Hill F all got best audio design. Horror games that get best audio design are always a bit of a... I don't know. It's gotta be so fine-tuned from the beginning to be able to evoke that sort of sense of fear. Like, it's such an integral part of the game. I feel like a bit more so than typical adventure games or, you know, open worlds. Although, again, Battlefield 6 probably also falls into that category. Michael says a horror game without good sound design is barely a horror game. Yeah, I almost want to see if there's more like innovation on that front, like being able to track a score to someone's like, especially in a first-person horror game, someone's cursor movements or their trackpad movements or their gamepad movements, where if you look in a certain direction or at a certain velocity, it like spikes up the music. So it almost sounds like you're about to get jump scared in the same way that if someone reacts really suddenly to something in a movie, the music usually gets louder to accompany them. So I imagine like if that sort of technology has been integrated into games, that'd be fucking cool. I don't know. I kind of want to know more about how video game designers think about this sort of stuff. Dentandra, hi, hello. And Galactic says, want to know something terrifying? If GTA 6 came out this year, it probably would have won a lot of the awards. I have heard that a lot of studios are like waiting anxiously for whenever GTA 6 is gonna drop, and they're just gonna fucking avoid that entire fiscal quarter for new drops, you know? Because I can't really blame them. Souza, hi! Saying stopped in to say hi. I got stuck at work though, so I can't stay, but hope you have a good stream. Yeah, I hope you have a great work day. Hello, hello. Also, After Hours says, is it preferred that we watch on YouTube or Twitch? Twitch is easier for me to pay attention to. YouTube I try and look over, but it's hard because I also have TikTok, so I have 3 different like feeds going at once, and I can't integrate them all into each other because of TOS things, I'm pretty sure. But also Troy over on YouTube says, stumbled on this stream, can't stay, but see you in Philly this weekend. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna try and actually have a Philly cheesesteak this time. But speaking of subscribers, Dendrandra, welcome to the board of Champions of Game and C. I just made that a thing. PGH Tom also gifted 2 subs. PGH, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. _ Tom times 2. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Nintendo will probably be the only ones to not care when GTA releases. Very fair. It's such a not at all the same like niche, so I don't blame them. Also, Nazir says a Philly cheesesteak, but no flu. 10 out of 10. Exactly. Let's see. Best audio design, best adaptation. Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry on Netflix. Wait, the Minecraft movie? I thought that one objectively sucked. Did we like the Minecraft movie? Am I crazy? I would have thought that when did the Mario movie come out? I thought that one was amazing. Right? Also, Crescent Wings says I switched to Twitch. Hello, hello. Oh, it came out last year? Oh, okay. Got it. Also, Astro says no need to think about it. It sucked. Noted. And a lot of kids went to see Minecraft. It did suck, but in the best way, says Ducinio. Okay, one of those like turn it into a drinking game type ones. Lucas says Mario came out a couple years ago. Ah, they're already making another. Okay, that's coming to... Got it. Okay, noted. How many other game to movie adaptations have there been though? I can't imagine there was that many of them. Either way, Last of Us Season 2, I guarantee is probably gonna get there. I didn't even know Devil May Cry existed. Best Narrative, Claire Obscura, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come, Deliverance 2, and Silent Hill. Silent Hill F. Pretty solid list there. The same old. Also, Crescent Wing says, Until Dawn sucked and The Last of Us Season 2 didn't do well. Did it not? Oh. And then After Hours says, if it's easier, you can call me AHA. Ah, got it. Sounds good, AHA. Let's see. Best community support, Baldur's Gate 3. Aw, that's sweet. They deserve it. Oh my god, they absolutely deserve it. Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. It's an uphill battle there. I didn't know Helldivers 2 was still doing changes, but I guess that tracks. And then Games for Impact. Costume Me, Despolote, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, South of Midnight, and Wanderstop. Yeah, I remember South of Midnight. Best multiplayer, Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction. God, I hope Peak makes it. Dude, Peak would be so great. I know it's like one of those like bullshit games that is just, hey, here's a prox chat game where you guys have to either work together with your friends or yell at each other and it'll make really good stream clips. And I don't care. It's also genuinely such a good game and they've been so receptive and their TikToks are also hilarious. I'm a big fan. But Crescent Wing says, me and my friends had an ongoing joke that when we didn't understand a section, we all said, my vote is up to this person. Oh, just some random person. And also Forward Hero says, I'm literally playing No Man's Sky as I watch. No Man's Sky is a very good, just like, kill time game, in my opinion. I never hated it, but I was also the type of person who jumped into, oh, fuck me, Cyberpunk, like, immediately after release and didn't hate it. So, you know. Exact Approach says if you're getting a cheesesteak in Philly, skip Pat's and Gino's. We don't actually eat there in PA. D'Alessandro's or Angelo's are both killer. Noted. I'm gonna forget all of that, but I'm gonna do my best. I really liked Cyberpunk when it first came out, but that's also because I played on PC, so I was lucky enough to not have all the bugs that the PS5 did. Thank God. Best independent game, Absolem, Ball X Pit, Blueprints, nice. Clay Obscure, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silksong. Yeah, good call. Blueprints for best debut indie game, Clay Obscure, Expedition 33 for Sandfall Interactive, Despelote, Dispatch, and Megabonk. Oh, so Dispatch is on here. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it might have just come out too late. I don't know. Picasso says, have you played Dispatch? I haven't. I also don't know shit about it. I don't know what it's about. I know there's superheroes and that is it like a Telltale Choose Your Own Adventure game? Because every clip I see from it just looks like a movie or a TV show. I thought people were watching a TV show. I didn't know it was a game. But Crescent Wing says it's... Oh, is that what it is? It's like a Telltale successor then, huh? Thank God, because I miss Telltale with all of my heart. Let's see. Neto Ida says, what is South of Midnight about? I believe it's a Louisiana-based story game having to do something to do with the area's mythology. It looked really fucking cool based on its art style, though. And then Michael says it feels like Telltale did a Masks campaign. Oh, okay. And ex-Telltale devs made the game. Gotcha. And it's a Choose Your Own Adventure. It's about time we had a good Choose Your Own Adventure. Holy shit. Also, Astro says Dispatch came out on episodes as well, so it might not have been cohesive enough for some categories. Oh. There's also a This Is the Police style game to it. Oh shit. This Is the Police. I remember that. Why do I know that name? This Is the Police. It's an adventure strategy video game from Belarus. Set in a city spiraling the drain. Taking the role of gritty police chief Jack Boyd, you'll dive into a story of crime and intrigue. Will Jack reach his retirement with a nice stack of bills, or will he end up broken or worse? Ooh. Ooh, there's a torture scene? Oh my god, okay. This is fascinating. How have I not played this? Okay, so you kind of have an impact on the world, essentially? Also, Exact Approach says, did anyone here play the Expanse Telltale game? Was it good? Also, Spinosaur says, sorry, just dropped by, I love the stream. I'm beautiful, hope everyone keeps going well. Yay, hope your day goes well too. And it's also got a big Critical Role cast and Dispatch. That tracks, they're in everything. But hi, Bifrost, how's it going? And then Major Stork says it's a half anime, Choose Your Own Adventure. Got it. Huh. What were we saying? What were we talking about? I guess we'll move on. Best VR/AR game, Alien Rogue Incursion. Oh, that would be fucking terrifying as a VR game. Jesus Christ. Ghost Town, Marvel's Deadpool VR, The Midnight Walk, and Arcanage. What is The Midnight Walk? Why have I heard that before? This is just me going, hey, where have I heard of this before? Oh, this is that claymation one. That one that they, like, put a lot of fucking work into. I didn't realize that was VR this whole time. I thought it was just like a 2D, like, side-scroller. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'm glad it's getting recognition. Man. Content Creator of the Year, Moist Critical, Cadriel, Kai Cenat, Sakura Miko, and The Burnt Peanut. I've never heard of most of these people. And then most anticipated game is 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6. Damn, imagine getting an award for delaying your game so much that it becomes most anticipated. I didn't know this was a category. Should it be a category? If it's gonna be a category, Elder Scrolls 6 should be on here. Also, The Witcher 4. If they put out a Witcher 4 before they revamp Witcher 1, I'm gonna be so sad. Nasser says genius marketing decision, apparently. But HG says that shouldn't be a category. It really shouldn't. What the fuck? Also, Astro says Moist Critical is one of the main characters. When I heard him in the trailer, I cried. Oh. And Star Citizen not on most anticipated. I didn't realize Witcher 4 was announced. Are they still, hold on. Are they doing a remake of Witcher 1? Because I heard a long time ago that they were, and I avoided playing it because it's basically unplayable. Are we still getting a Witcher 1 and 2 remake with modern mechanics and graphics? Witcher 1 remake is still happening as far as I can tell. Okay, thank God. Thank fucking God. It'll arrive after TW4 because they're using the Warsaw Studios. They're spearheading developing their custom version of Unreal Engine 5, which is what they'll be using for the remake. Okay, so I can keep waiting. Thank God. If they had scrapped that project, I would have been so sad. I was genuinely... The old game is so unplayable. Like, it's fucking awful. For a modern gamer, at least. The controls don't make sense. The, you know, like, combat is difficult. It's like pulling teeth. Yeah, Witcher 1 says, Witcher 1 is jank as hell, says Mintman. Yeah, it's really bad, and I can't get past it. I can't play Wild Hunt or whenever 4 comes out. I'm not gonna be able to play 4, or even 2, the Enhanced Edition, until I play 1, because my brain won't let me. So, I don't know. Steven, hello, says, hi, hope you have a wonderful stream. I'm on my way to apparently a surprise birthday dinner. Not sure why they told me before I get there if it's a surprise, but yay anyway. Hey, happy birthday, and I hope you enjoy dinner, Steven. And then also Nano Ita says, having an anticipated games category is kind of like DLCs getting nominations. It just doesn't seem right. Yeah, exactly. Oh, also, I'm supposed to hydrate. Thanks, Artemis. Also, RM Gamer Nerd says, I feel like Rockstar Games would be very disappointed if they don't win most anticipated game. If they win and there's booing in the theater, you'll know it came from me. Best fighting game. 2XKO from Riot, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fatal Future City of the Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and Virtua Fighter 5. I'm not a fighting game girly. Same with action. Battlefield 6, Doom Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Innovation and accessibility comes from Assassin's Creed Shadows, Atomfall, Doom the Dark Ages, EA Sports FC 26, and then South of Midnight. Best family game. Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross World, and Split Fiction. I didn't like Split Fiction as much as It Takes Two, but I thought it was fun. And also, like, a great concept. Best sports game, I'm just gonna skip past that. Same with esports, because I don't really care. Oh my god. Wait, is this just a recurring category? Best esports game of 2025 could be Counter-Strike, Dota, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Big Bang Bang, and Valorant. I mean, is Marvel Rivals not considered an esports game? Maybe not yet? I don't know. Berserk says, watching your stream while at the gym. Hey, congrats! Do 3 more reps right now. You don't have to. Astra says the damn game since 2019. Or sorry, the same game since 2019. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, also Onyx Legion says Mobile Legends is basically a League ripoff in SEA. And the Marvel Rivals is an esports game, but just not good enough. Oh, okay. What about Overwatch? Overwatch 2? I mean, I guess people kind of just universally didn't like the concept of Overwatch 2, right? I don't know. I'm out of the esports arena MOBA style games. I don't even do multiplayer, to be honest. Best esports athletes, best esports team. But yeah. Yay! Well, hey, congrats to the 5 games that got nominated for the Game Awards. I know this is all it works every year. I just think it's funny. Berserker says 3 more laps on the treadmill. Give me a real challenge. Goodness. Let's see. Fucking wild. I have never heard of this game before, but it looks intense. How come it only has mixed reviews? Ugh. They also have This Is the Police 2? But it looks like more multifaceted. I don't know. Ethan says, yeah, League and Counter-Strike are too dominant. And Ethan says, look at the sequel. Oh, okay. This Is the Police. Oh, man. Okay. Content warning. Good to know. I was born in... Wait, 2009 isn't old enough. I was born in 1957. This is what I do with my retirement. Interpret the law as you see fit. Run the sheriff's department, manage your cops, make tough decisions, and try and keep out of prison yourself in this story-driven mixture of adventure, strategy, and turn-based tactical combat. Turn-based? Combat? So it's not just like a clicky game? Also, Crescent says, have you heard of a game called Until Then? It came out last year. I haven't. What kind of game is it? Let's see. It looks like a whole ass, like, XCOM sort of vibe. Which I know is also a turn-based game, and I know that's the point, but still. Man, everyone looks so fucking stressed all the time. Good God. It looks fun, though. AHA says, I've returned. Hey, welcome in! And then Cash Cow says, I'm anticipating Subnautica 2. Oh my god, that would be so great. I can't wait for it, especially because it's gonna be multiplayer. Ah, that'd be fantastic. And also Crescent Wing says, it's a visual novel, and the story is one of the best games I've ever played ever. It's called Until Then. Oh. An adventure game published by Polychroma Games and published by Maxim. Developed by Polychroma, published by Maxim. Oh, people disappear and memories prove unreliable. Uncover a hidden truth with Mark and his friends in a narrative adventure and race to unravel the mystery before it's too late. Overwhelmingly positive reviews, huh? The art style is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Huh. I like it. I also, this little, if they have like a Dance Dance Revolution style minigame, that's kind of adorable. Oh my god, and they have plushes and everything? It won a bunch of like indie game. Oh, Jesus, a lot of awards. Or was a selection at least. That's pretty solid. And Michael says, if you want a good story game, Before Your Eyes will rip your heart out. Is this gonna give me, fuck, what is it called? What's the one that I played on stream that I almost cried during? Oh, it was something about birds. Not a bird story, it's the one before a bird story. Fuck. Fuck, what was it called? Not Egg Story. Hold on. Jesus Christ. A bird story. Developed by Freebird Games. To the Moon. That's it. It's a sequel to the Moon. Okay. Every time you blink, you jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. Ooh. Ooh, that's a terrifying premise. An emotional first-person narrative adventure where you control the story with your real-life blinks. With this innovative technique, you'll fully immerse yourself in the world of memories, both joyous and heartbreaking, as your whole life flashes before your eyes. Oh, no. Oh, man. I blink... Actually, I don't blink that much. Which I know is a weird thing to say, but I also, like, don't have... I wear contacts. It uses the biofeedback from your eyes in the most amazing ways. Can you just hook it up to any camera? For the full experience with blink interaction, we could use... Should we play this on stream? Or am I gonna cry? This is fascinating. Okay, so it's playable on a Steam Deck. That's not... It doesn't have a camera. I'm not gonna deal with that. Okay. Blink through precious memories of family, first love, and the rise of an artistic career, but soon the ferryman will suspect you aren't showing him everything he needs to see, so it'll force you deeper into the dark, recesses of your most repressed memories, ultimately revealing a heartbreaking truth. Did I kill someone? Oh. Oh my gosh, we also have the Walking Dead Telltale series as like a separately purchasable thing. Ooh. Should I play that? Now I'm just looking at like choose your own adventure type games. Fascinating. I haven't heard of most of these. Okay, wait, reviews. It took me 110 minutes to complete the game and I spent crying half of that, which made it really hard to refrain from blinking. Great game, but I'll never touch it again. What? Oh. Okay. Also, Cheese Prof says, what made you almost cry with To the Moon? It was just so sad, because it's a cute little love story. And then Trauma, like every good video indie game recently, says Crescent Wings. Gotcha. Oh yeah, let's see. H over on TikTok says, have you played Dispatch? I haven't yet. I'm fully blind to it. I don't know anything about it. Let's see. And Cash Cow said, I'd ask if you're gonna play Subnautica 2 with me, but you don't have enough time today. I don't even have enough time. I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna be so happy that I bought it, and then it's just gonna sit there. Same as every other game I have. Brosidian says, Daddy, if I ever meet you at a PAX or con, I'm telling you to crack an entire booster box with me. That's my favorite thing to do at cons. Especially when people walk by and they're just like rubbernecking the whole time staring at the boxes. I also just like that they're the only ways I can really get a hold of older boxes for Magic the Gathering cards. Cause like, I don't like Ether Drift. I've had enough of like all of the Baldur's Gate stuff and it's gotten so expensive, right? All they have in stores nowadays is maybe Phyrexia on the oldest end of things, you know, the Wild West one. It's just not like I want newer older ones, you know, that pique my interest. Stuff from Innistrad and all that. After Hours Arcades, hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for hopping over from YouTube to say hi and for subscribing. Welcome in, After Hours Arcade. Welcome to the board for the first time. Hello. Astro says, what sets are you looking for? So let me look at like the older ones, because I haven't actually looked at a comprehensive list yet. Chronologically. Let's look at this. List of Magic the Gathering sets. So, Universes Beyond just does not really, like, I don't know, entice me. Let's see. Modern legal sets, Modern Horizons 2, Lord of the Rings, Assassin's Creed, Modern Horizons 3. Modern Horizons is pretty cool because I like the Eldrazi, but it's also kind of a one-note sort of thing. Portal Second Age, these are like 70s. I'm thinking, Is there like a master chronological list? There are 1,018 sets on Scryfall, for example. Okay, here we go. In reverse chronological order. So Avatar, Lorwyn Eclipsed, TMNT. So Lorwyn's not coming out till January. RIP. But that's probably the next one I'm gonna buy in bulk. Yeah, DBCU said you'll probably like it next year. Also, Crescent says, I'm so excited because the team who made Bendy and the Ink Machine and Bendy and the Dark Revival announced both Bendy the Cage and Bendy and the Ink Factory. Oh shit, like two, oh my god, what do you call it? Expansions? It's pretty fucking solid. Also, Nano says my starter pack is Eldrazi, so this is a good omen. And Tevi Cox says, I agree, Universes Beyond is not needed. It's just not my favorite. I don't know a lot of IPs outside of my core ones, you know, D&D and fantasy and things like that. So if it's nothing to do with that, then I just don't care. I'm not gonna buy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. Also, AHA says Dogmeat is my favorite commander just because of Fallout. I have heard a lot of really good things about Dogmeat. There you go, Artemis. There's your breathe. Avatar, I've never seen. Same as Spider-Man, I've never seen it. Marvel Universe, I've never really cared. Arena Anthology, I don't know anything about, but Edge of Eternities was okay. I actually just don't like space stuff. So that kind of rules that out. Same with Final Fantasy, I've never seen it. Targear, I bought a lot of stuff for, but I don't know, it didn't scream to me, I guess. It didn't call to me. I know that it was a lot of like dragon stuff, so I did use some of the cards and put them into my Tiamat deck, which is pretty nice. Oh, Dethan also wants me to do a hydration and posture check. And Artemis Dell says the only good Universes Beyond is the D&D one, which is canonically in the Magic Multiverse, by the way. And I know that everything canonically is in the Magic Multiverse, but for the sake of the fact that they have fucking like rights to everything off the bat, I feel like we should have more of that, you know? Let's see. And After Hours says I just got into Baldur's Gate 3. It's actually really good. And also people are saying that that I should see Avatar. I should at some point. Ether Drift. I never liked car stuff. Innistrad is more up my alley, right? Innistrad stuff, vampires, werewolves, things that go bump in the night. I'm actually building a vampire deck based off of a combination of Innistrad things and then also stuff from the Blood Rights commander deck from, fuck me, what's it called? Ixalan. So Ixalan was the last thing I bought a booster box for. Foundations is fine, I suppose. I also bought a lot of Duskmourn stuff because I loved the horrors in that set. Let me show you guys actually some of the favorite ones because I don't know how to make a deck out of them yet, but I really want to. Let's see, Scryfall. Here we go. There's a bunch of cards in here called Fear of, and it's Fear of like whatever the fuck you want to call it. Let me see. The set is gonna be, is it Duskmourn? DSK. There we go. So, they have a whole set of these, and I have almost all of them. Fear of abduction, fear of being hunted, fear of burning alive. They all have these like ghostly faces screaming. Fear of exposure, fear of failed tests, fear of falling, fear of immobility, fear of imposters, fear of infinity is probably one of my favorites. Fear of isolation, fear of lost teeth, fear of missing out, fear of the dark, and fear of surveillance. And so they all have the same sort of vibe. They're all cover all sorts of different colors. And I don't know, I really want to make more like nightmare / horror creatures. You know, they don't really fit in anywhere. But Johnny from Talking XP says he collects them, and I was like, shit, these are really cool. I might collect them too. Versidian says Ixalan is my favorite dinosaurs. I actually got so few dinosaurs out of it. I only got vampires and stuff. Also, DPCU said, are you just buying singles for older sets for your deck, or are you making do with whatever you rip? I am making do with whatever I rip, because I like having fun with it. And then I don't know, I have a decent amount of stuff, so I can just kind of pick and choose and fill out decks that I need to. So I'm making a Will Helt, fuck me, I forget his name, the Rot Cleaver, making a deck based off of that. I randomly pulled Tiamat. And then Yvette says the Abomination of Llanowar is incredible as a card design. It is! So that's like the Abomination of Llanowar is the crown jewel of my my elves deck. It's really fucking cool. So I really want to make like a deck that's just all horrors because I love spooky shit and I love the artwork for it. So if I look up type horror, you can get all sorts of stuff like this. And I really want to try and make some sort of like nightmare or horror deck. But Duskmourn seems to be the best way to do it. Beyond that, possibly Innistrad. Possibly some other shit. that I haven't looked into. Shelly says, so Duskmourn was my first set that I bought a commander deck. I got the Amanatu Commander Precon. I've added a lot of the enchantment creatures because she gives a discount to enchantments that are miracle cards, also known as drawn from the top. Ah, that's cute. That sounds really cute, actually. And then Brisidian says that's gonna call me to open it, and I'll find a box of Ixalan that we can open. Yeah. So I opened an entire box of Ixalan myself. I have a lot of Blue Bar cards from DBCU, actually. Assassin's Creed was never my vibe. Modern Horizons, it's okay, I guess. Outlaws of Thunder Junction, I actually bought a lot of that stuff too, so I'm kind of full up on those. I just don't really care. I tried Murders at Karlov Manor, but the clue mechanics and the face up, face down, and the disguise mechanics weren't my vibe. I didn't really want to have to fuck around with it, so I didn't really get too much into that. Ravnica, always fun. Ixalan, like I said, I bought a lot of it, so I'm not too concerned about getting more. Wilds of Eldraine, I did also buy a booster box of these, and I got Ariette of the Charmed Apple, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, this randomly was in one of the booster packs, so I might get this into a future commander as like a enchantments auras deck and really lean into that whole vibe. I think that'd be fun. Commander Masters, I don't know, a lot of these are not my vibe. March of the Machine, Phyrexia, All Will Be One, I bought a box of that and it was okay. But a lot of these are just, I don't know, maybe I'll do the Brothers War stuff. Dominaria, I guess, would also work. The Baldur's Gate shit, I have a decent amount of stuff for, actually. Innistrad Crimson Vow, I got a box for. Midnight Hunt is not exactly my favorite, but I have a commander from it. So yeah, these all kind of go a little bit further back, you know? I will just see what jumps out to me and gives horrific vibes, I suppose. But beyond that, I'm not super set on any particular set, you know? I just think they're fun. Yvette says, have you guys done Metazoo today? We weren't gonna do Metazoo, we were gonna do Game Duel though. If anyone wants to. We'll probably get back to adding Metazoo into the rotation here soon, but I feel like we should at least do one Game Duel in the next, like, what is it, 20 minutes before we have to drop from stream today? Greg says a deck of horrors. Dude, I was talking to someone on a podcast the other day, and they said that I should have done a whore for lore, a slut for lore, and then a whore for horror shirt. And I was like, fuck. If it hadn't already been, like, way past Halloween, I absolutely should have done that. But let's see. Dandy says I started playing Magic back before the 7th edition dropped. I love Magic. Yeah, it's fun. And then Mabel Leaf says if you're gonna go for Horror Tribal, gotta run a thing in the ice. It's transform would be beautiful. I have that. Yeah. Oh man, that'd be fun. But to start off, if anyone hasn't played Game Duel yet, it's super interactive. I'll keep an eye on chat, and you guys are gonna help me guess a game. And it is going to tell us a bunch of clues about what game we are guessing and how close it is to the target game. So it's very much like Wordle, where Wordle tells you what letters are right, what letters are wrong, things like that. And then this is going to do the same thing, but it's going to tell us if the game that we're trying to get is newer or older or in the same category or multiplayer, things like that. So to start off, Yves wants us to do Terraria, which is a very good starting guess because it's relatively newish. Well, no, it's not. It'll give me a good place for figuring out what the game might be. So, let's see. Oh shit, okay, so Terraria. We nailed it with the game mode. It's single player, multiplayer, and cooperative. We also, it's available on all platforms, so we really didn't narrow that down much, but it's also either an adventure, platform, or indie game, or potentially a combination of these three and then something else. So the yellow means some of these are right, some of these are wrong, or not included. The up arrow on the release year means that the game is older. So we're thinking older than 2011. Green means that we nailed it, 100% right. Game Engine, we know that it's not Microsoft's, it's not published by Relogic, 505, or Head Up Games. We know it's not a side view game, which is actually a really big clue. And we know it's not in the Terraria franchise or saga, which there is no saga, so there we go. Natsu says it'll center us emotionally. Exactly. Minecraft is also a good guess, because that didn't, well, when did the, I wonder if they're counting like the olds, like the actual 1.0 release. Because if it's got to be older than 2011, that's not bad. And then it's not a 3D perspective, or it's a 3D perspective and not a side view, so that would possibly get us closer. Maybe it's a different engine. Okay. So we know it's at least an adventure game, the game that we're looking for, because that's what these two have in common, and they both got yellow. Themes, sandbox seems to be a likely contender. Kids survive. Kids? Dude, I played this in my fucking, I'll be playing it in my deathbed. Fuck you mean, kids. It's older than 2009. And we know that it doesn't use a lightweight Java game library. It's also not by Mojang, which they're on a lot of Mojang games, so no worries there. It's either first person, third person, or virtual reality, or some combination of those, but it's not all three. So we know that much. 2010, Stardew. Stardew, if Stardew came out in 2010, it might be too young. We might have to like jump to something that came out in like the 90s. Also, Weebad, hi! Welcome in. And then Cup and a Boot over on YouTube says, much love from Denmark. Hi, good to see you. Much love back from America. Such as we're capable of it over here. Let's see. If we go for like a really old game, like a super old game, I feel like that'll give us a good bookend so we can at least guess between years. They would have a clue for something older than, like, I would say pre-2000s. Diablo is a very good guess. Says Cheese Prof. Let's do Diablo, just the normal Diablo. I actually played that one. Let's see. So PC, PlayStation, Mac. It's action, fantasy, or horror. So action or fantasy is probably, we're probably looking for a fantasy adventure game, because that's what seems to be the vibe for all three of these. Also, I love how Terraria is a horror game. 1996. It's older than 1996. Oh wait, so no, sorry, we're looking for newer. I'm so dumb. Shit, fuck, I fucked it up. Arrow up means the game we've chosen is older than the game we guess. Okay. So we're looking for a game that came out sooner than 2011? I'm going the wrong direction. Damn it. Mario 2, Pong, Zelda, Stardew. Yeah, so we want something between 2011 and now. I was wrong. I was having us guess older. It's actually newer. Breath of the Wild is a solid guess. Isometric or Bird View is... We just want something that's not a side scroller. So yeah, that would be a solid view. Oh no, but Breath of the Wild isn't multiplayer or cooperative though. Is it? Rostidian says, I still think Risk of Rain 2. When did Risk of Rain come out? Also, Maple Leaf says Doom. This game seems crazy. Is Doom? I mean, maybe? Also, the 2010 was for Minecraft, says After Hours Arcade. Oh, I see. I see. Elder Scrolls Online, potentially Black Ops 3. If we're looking for a fantasy adventure game or something that falls along the fantasy adventure vibe, ooh, Baldur's Gate 3 is probably a good one. Because it does have co-op multiplayer and, like, couch co-op. Or sorry, it's cooperative. Oh shit, we nailed it. Oh damn, okay. So we know it came out in exactly 2020. Well done. So it's probably a fantasy adventure. It's also probably something else. And it's got the option to do isometric view. And then might also be first person, third person, or virtual reality. But we know it's not a side scroller. Divinity Original Sin 2 came out way before Baldur's Gate 3. So I'm afraid that one wouldn't count. But if we're going for 2020, maybe... Fuck, what came out in 2020? I don't remember anything that happened in 2020. Oh my god, wait, would Animal Crossing count? What was it, New Horizons? Also, why am I getting a billion Snapchats? Ghost of Tsushima, is that... That's not multiplayer though, is it? Is it? Let's try Animal Crossing, because that was the only game that I remember that came out. Oh. Interesting. So we're looking for a simulator game that was not available on Switch. Interesting. Okay. Also, The Last of Us came in 2020? Oh shit, The Last of Us 2, huh? And also, Michael says you can multiplayer Ghost of Tsushima. Oh shit, okay. Ghost of... Let's give that a shot. At the very least, it'll rule out... Oh shit, okay, so an indie in-house engine. Good to know. Third person, isometric, 2 options. Potential. I'm willing to bet anything the game we're looking for is third person and isometric. Uses an in-house engine. It came out in 2020. It's single player, multiplayer, and co-op, but it's not split screen. Is there a Civ game from 2020? Shit, that would be a good... Yeah, is Civ 6 2020? Civilization 6. Nah, it's 2016. We also know it's not a Civ game though, because it says it's the wrong franchise in Saga. But that was a very good guess. Astro's heading off. Have a good night, Astro. Fall Guys. Oh shit, Fall Guys is a very good guess. Because you can switch perspectives in that one too, right? And it's not split screen. It's probably a random engine. Oh, it's a Unity. Oh, okay. So we know it's not an indie game. We know it's not a sports game. It's not a platformer. Not a platformer is huge. So, SimCity games, we know it's not... Well, maybe? Maybe, but we also know that it has to be an adventure game or an action game or something like that. So and a simulator though? Is there a Sims game that came out in 2020? Well, do Sims games have multiplayer? And co-op? I don't know. Assassin's Creed. Was there an Assassin's Creed game that came out in 2020? Was that, fuck me. Goat Simulator is way older. I don't know. Valhalla. That might have been it. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Fingers. Wait, no, that would have used Unreal. That wouldn't use some random in-house engine, though. We only have 2 guesses left. Huh. I don't know. Trey over on TikTok says, I've been trying to tell a good word of Game Doll for a minute now. Legitimately my favorite daily puzzle. Also, Lucas says hi over on YouTube. And Cup and a Boot says, Heroes of Might and Magic 3. That might be older, isn't it? Also, oh shit. Professional Heel says Sea of Thieves. Ooh. Sea of Thieves is a very good guess, actually. Do we think that came out in 2020? That would kind of track. Let's give it a shot. It's also a game that we know didn't come out on Switch, if that helps. Shit. Oh, it's 2018. It's older. Fuck. So 2020 indie game, for sure. Yeah. I imagine using this in-house engine thing is going to be huge for that. And we know it includes first person. We know it includes third person. We know it's isometric as well. What fucking game has all of those perspectives? Crusader Kings 3? Says Cheese Prof? Is Crusader Kings... Never mind Crusader Kings 3 then. Oh, gotcha. This is fucking me up a little bit. I don't have any options. We have 1 guess left, and I'm genuinely stumped. It's got to be a simulator as well. So honestly, a fighting game like that probably would work along those lines if we have other ideas for them. Also, Notster says, I hate the 1,708 people who already solved this. Genshin says After Hours Arcades. Genshin or Phasmo? Ooh. That's true, because Phasmo wouldn't be split screen. I don't know anything about Genshin Impact, but does it have all of those perspectives? Where it can be first person, third person, and isometric? Final Fantasy VII is also... Is that when... No, wait, because 7 came out, like, way before that, didn't it? I feel like Phasmo came later. Way too old. Yeah. Final Fantasy would be incredibly old. Let's try Phasmophobia, because I feel like, at the very least, its earliest versions would have come out around this time. And it definitely doesn't have a split screen. It's definitely not a Switch game. Right? Shit. Mountain Blade 2! Oh. Oh. This came out in 2020? I thought it came out in, like, fucking... Oh, the remake! Oh. I thought this game came out in, like, 2016, at the latest. Weebad says we aren't even close. Yeah, fuck. Cheese Prof says, what platform does it use for the year release, by the way? Just the first one available? I think the first one available, yeah. Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. So it's a simulator RPG, 2020, uses an in-house engine. It's from Tailworlds and Prime Matter, and it has a fuck ton of perspectives. That makes more sense. Damn. All right, we're trying it one more time, chat. We have time for one more. Let's do yesterday's? Let's see what happens. Who has a starting game? Who has one that is... Also, Iwendell says, what is the name of the site? It's called Gamedle. Gamedle. It's a lot of fun. Anything to kick us off? Any thoughts? Hitman. Ooh, that's a very good one. Hitman? Hitman. Like, I'm assuming the new one. That one? It's older than 2016, but we fucking nailed the platforms. So it's available on basically everything that matters except Switch. So that's always good. It's a third-person game at least, and it's single-player at least, so it also has multiplayer options. So that's good to know. Improv GM says World of Assassination is the new one. Also Clash Royale. Oh, shit. Oh, but it's not a mobile game. It looks like we're looking for something that's not. Let's see. Weebad says any would work, but I only played the originals. And Nostra says I've been pronouncing it gay metal in my head. Professional Heel says, what was the year? We know it's older than 2016. So we could guess into the 90s and have at least a bookend for it if we want to. We could, WK says Galaga. What is Galaga? It sounds old. 1982 is crazy. Holy shit. Okay, so we know it's new enough that it has to be out on the PS4 and Xbox One, but not the PS5 and not the Xbox 360. So if we know the release dates of those consoles, at least we have a decent, like, thing there. Space Pinball. Oh shit, but we nailed the multiplayer and single player aspect. And we know it's not co-op. So it's multiplayer competitive, not split screen. Alien vs. Predator? Red Dead Redemption 2? But Red Dead is co-op, isn't it? Call of Duty Ghost would also be co-op. Is there Sony in the consoles? They have... No, actually. Sony has a console? What am I thinking of? Red Dead Redemption 2 was 2018. Doom 2. Was Doom 2 competitive multiplayer? Doom 3, Doom New. Doom 2 Hell on Earth. But Doom 2 Hell on Earth is, like, a little too old, isn't it? Because we want something that would be in PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. So if we say, like, Doom New? Oh, it's not a shooter. Okay, so it's not a shooter or an arcade game or tactical or adventure. So it's basically not fun. It's also not a Doom game at all. Good to know. PS4, Sony. Oh, gotcha. The Sony PlayStation. That tracks. Can you tell I've never owned a PlayStation before in my life? Our Red Dead Redemption 2 is not co-op. Also, says Taiska. Smash Bros. Melee. Ooh. No, but that counts as split screen. Because it's couch co-op. And also it's not Nintendo. So it's not a Nintendo game. It's not a... Fuck me. What came out for a PS4 and an Xbox One, but nothing older? And it's not a shooter. And it's also not a horror game or an adventure game or a science fiction game. Or a stealth game. So that kind of rules out competitive shooters in any capacity. It rules out... So it can't be Crash? No. Plinko. Mortal Kombat. Ooh. Would that count? Oh no, because side view games don't count. We've ruled out side games. Lord of the Rings. Which Lord of the Rings? Someone else has a Civ game? A Civ game that... No, because Civ games are available on Switch, aren't they? I feel like they are. I could be totally... Oh yeah, some Lord of the Rings games came in like 2016-ish. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, Return to Moria, Battle for Middle-earth, Return of the King, Third Age, War in the North. I'm gonna pick one at random. Because, I don't know. Battle for Middle-earth. Fuck it. Okay, so it's newer than 2004. Got it. Okay, good to know. PC only. Damn, that's a choice. So we know it's not a real-time strategy game or strategy game at all. We know it's not fantasy, and we know it's not warfare. But it's from 2005 to 2015. So that's a good window. 2005 to 2015. That's not a mobile game. In any capacity. What the fuck could this be? Shadows of Mordor? Does that have multiplayer? That's not co-op? FIFA. Oh man. Yeah. FIFA's a solid guess, but... That would be isometric, wouldn't it? I guess we haven't ruled out sports games, though, huh? Let's try that. FIFA. God. 20... Not the 20s. FIFA 17. We'll try and split the middle. Shit. FIFA 17 came out in 2016. Fuck. Okay, so it's possibly a non-fiction game. It actually is a non-fiction game. It's also a sports game, I suppose. But it's not by EA? A non-fiction sports game not by EA. FIFA 17, by definition, would not be from 50. Yeah, I know. I'm very bad at dates. When did Most Wanted come out, says Weebad. Most Wanted I actually haven't heard. And Lucas says, can you pick a game from 2010? What's a good 2010 game? Should we say, like, some Madden game? 09, 08, 16, shit. We can't. What are some other sports games? Rocket League. Rocket League's a very good option. Yeah, nailed it. It's 2015. Okay, so it's a sports game, non-fiction. Shit, yeah, I guess this was science fiction. That is both third person and first person and isometric, I suppose. That's multiplayer competitive. Oh, but it would have been split screen, so shit. But it is 2015. I can't remember anything that came out in 2015. And then DBCO said it's got to be 2013 to 2015 because it's on the Xbox One. True. Should I cash in a hint? Let's cash in a hint. Because if it's a sports game. It's from Feral Interactive or Codemasters. Fuck me, it's an indie game. I'm never gonna figure this out. Fallout 4? No, because we know it's not science fiction. So it can't be. It just says sports, not which sport. It just says sports, unfortunately. It's a Paradox game, says Taiska. Oh, Hearts of Iron 4. If we know it's not Paradox. F1 Racing? Ooh. There's no 2015 release, though. I don't think. So I guess not. F1 is EA. Oh, yeah, true. Motorsports Forza? Oh, no. Motorsport 5, 6, 7. Shit. 6 specifically. Oh, shit! Okay. So it's a simulator, it's a sports game, it's a racing game specifically. You nailed basically everything except for the fact that it only came out on... That tracks, it's a Microsoft game. Only came out on Xbox One. How is it all of these things, but it's not an action game? Who the fuck is Codemasters? Gran Turismo. Oh shit, how many of these are there? 4? No, okay, is it Gran... And it's also the wrong franchise, so we don't have to guess any more of those, but fuck. Dirt Rally? Colin McRae? What the fuck is Colin McRae? And also Natsu says Codemasters is literally in my town. Dirt Rally. Also Colin McRae Dirt... Oh shit! Okay. Damn, this looks good for a game that came out in 2015. Holy shit. Is it literally just a game where you go off into the abyss and you just drive? Okay, so that explains the nonfiction. The Ego Engine, which is crazy. Okay, first person, third person, and virtual reality. That was the other one. Got it. Okay, cool. Well, shit, well done, team. Dirt Rally's a crazy guess. Yeah, good God. Good to know. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining. Yvette says, no, I got hit with an ad. Oh no, I'm sorry, Yvette. You should still be able to see it in the corner. Weebad says those are Colin McRae racing sims. Is Colin McRae a racer or is he just some dude? The same way that Sid Meier was. Huh. Yvette says, why are they over a minute? I don't know. I think that's the only way you can have it so it's not... I don't know, it's some Twitch nonsense. AHA wants me to hydrate. I can do that. Oh, hey, Static Rosemary over on YouTube says, hey, Donovan's GF here. Thanks for being on Crash City and thanks for all the good tips on D&D content. Yeah, I told Donovan this too. Chat, for the rest of you guys watching, I did an interview recently on Crash City. It's over on YouTube. It's actually top of my link tree if you wanted to go check that out. And a lot of it was talking about how to do actual plays and things like that effectively. So if any of you guys are curious about starting an actual play or anything like that, that is a really good place to start, at least in my humble opinion, because it's got a lot of my advice on it. But Static Rosemary, if you ever need advice, feel free to reach out over email too. I told Donovan that as well, because it sounds really fun and it sounds like an awesome idea, and hopefully, you know, it's hard to do them right, and there's a lot of ways to do them wrong, you know, and a lot of ways to do them wrong are just the ways that everyone's been doing them. So, you know, hopefully it helps. And then also Nano says, sorry, I wasn't subbed to you on YouTube, but I fixed that. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the sub. And Silly Syrup says, did I low-key just join at the end of stream? I'm afraid you did, my friend, but I will be back tomorrow over on twitch.tv/DianaTheRose and also on YouTube and also on TikTok for those watching on TikTok at 5 o'clock Pacific time to about 6:30-ish. And in the meantime, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Truly, it's always a pleasure, and time flew by on this one. So... we talked about Magic, we talked about Game Duel, we talked about the Game Awards, which I'm going to be at in person, which is crazy. Holy shit, childhood dream come true. In the meantime, I'm going to say goodbye to those on TikTok. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope I can see you on the desktop at some point over on YouTube or Twitch. And then for those who on YouTube, I can't raid into anyone, so unfortunately that's not how that works. So you guys are just going to have to hang tight and then head off to a different channel. For those on Twitch, hang tight, and I will send you to a different channel. I got some friends who are streaming here, so let's see who's on. Let's see. Ooh, actually, we could go talk to we could go talk to Dak. Because I know someone redeemed a raid into him a long time ago, and I like didn't see it in time. So I feel like we should probably head over. Yeah, I think that's a good sign. Tiska, good night. Artemis says first stream I entirely watch. Oh my gosh, yay! I think. And then yeah, let's send you guys over to Dak. Dak is a friend of mine from back in college. Amazing human being, honestly, truly. And he's currently playing Stardew Valley. He's doing a really good job of streaming as well. He's got a fucking fantastic setup, and he's been doing amazing. Very proud of him. So I will send you guys over to him, and in the meantime, I will see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific. So bye bye.